Yo, it's the Land Bass Ass, and what's up, what's happening, guys? And we are on the water, finally. It took us a while. It was even longer than I had expected. But you are tuned in to the Rodcast, the home of the BBL. Let's go see if we can get into some fish. What up, Romance? Rude. Moon, what up, homies? Where to go? Where to go? You guys let me know if my dome is too fresh and shiny for you guys. You guys might be like, yo, bro, put that head away, dog. And I'll just tell you, oi, I'm a beekeeper. And then you guys will be all like, oh, that's cool. What up, Steve? I'm gonna go check something, guys. I haven't checked this area in a while. Just so you guys know, my maps came in. Now, it's kind of funny how, like, there was no movement. And then when we brought it to their attention multiple times, then they're like, all right, we're going to expedite this to you. So the maps are now in. I have maps in the front. I got maps in the back. Now you guys can hear me, right, or if I, but you guys can finally experience me quitting crying about my maps. Creel, is this too early for you? We can go back and start again, bro, if this is too early for you. All right, dudes, I haven't fished in here in a while, so we're just gonna go see what's going on in here. I've been out here trying to find some, who's throwing me all that water? Ah, it's the buoy. I mean, the bumper. Frickin' bumper just shot all kinds of water at me, guys. Hopefully you saw that. Well, I guess he wanted me to cool down. Okay. As long as I keep it to one a day. What are we talking about? One what, bro? One bad word, one what? Maybe I'm missing some of these messages right here. Oh, you guys are talking about honey buns. Keep them to one a day. I would assume my brother's fine, guys. I don't know. You know, he likes to involve us in, well, I mean, you guys saw it. Dang, Creel, they called you skinny, dog. They didn't even say, how are you so rip? They said, dog, how are you so skinny? Dang, the Rodcast is coming in hot. Insults are being thrown left and right. How are you so skinny? Okay, so I don't see anything fancy. I don't see anything that like just pops out at me where I'm all like, oh my God, Becky, look at those bass. They must be one of those BBLs or something. So I don't see anything like that. I got BBLs and I cannot lie. You other homies can't deny. How many hours on the Ranger? That's personal, dog. That's like asking Silver how old she is, bro. We can't ask a girl how old she is. But just for the record, bro, I just saw the number. All right, so, I mean, I don't see anything fancy, guys. We'll probably pick off a fish or two here, but I don't see... Did the number shock me? It didn't really shock me, but it was... Might have been a little higher than I had expected, but shock. Nah, bro, I would have fainted. I'd be like, oh my God. You know, all Southern lady-esque, bro, where I just had to get on my fainting couch and be like, oh my God, I caught the vapors. Or whatever Southern ladies say whenever they're shocked. I have no idea. Let's get these bumpers back in the... I can't believe that bumper shot water at me, dogs. I don't know if you can see it. Freaking bumper, try to wake me up. All right, guys, this is 30 times 2 plus 20 some odd days of consecutive fishing as soon as I cast. I haven't casted yet, so let's not count our chickens before they hatch. What the heck is going on here? We're not trying to be like Creel, counting our chickens before they hatch. I thought that was bad luck. But apparently, according to Creel, that ain't bad luck. That's dollar bills, y'all. Ay, 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 ay. All right, guys. I am, just for the heck of it, going to throw a crankbait at the beginning. I would have thrown a worm. But anyways, also, I will also take a mic off moment right now. Peace out, guys. That was one of those moments where you just say, you should have gone before we left. I believe that's what should have been said right there, guys. Somebody in the chat should have said, how many times do I have to tell you, you better go before we leave? Assuming that's what's being accomplished during a mic off moment. Nobody knows. It's one of those mysteries like who made the pyramids, blah, blah, blah. What happens on a mic off moment? Nobody knows. Maybe nobody cares. What up, old school? Jonathan is in the house. Eelgrass, guys. Eelgrass. All right, guys. So we got an update. We were intending to go see Mima, but her sister had popped in today, so we didn't go see Mima. We will go on Friday to see Mima. We set up a date. And the odd thing about it, guys, is that I only communicated with Mima directly. So weird, right? Weird, because it seemed like yesterday there was complexity in order to communicate. But I don't know if they're real. All right, guys, we are in 14 feet of water. There is grass on top of this little hump right here. I have not fished this in like, I don't know, 100 moons, 200 moons, maybe some yo moons. Some number of yo moons, I have not fished this. Yo, so Travis, I don't know what to tell you, dog. The Rodcast is many things, but the one thing that we should focus on the Rodcast being is real, bro. It's real. Now, there's like reality TV, which really isn't reality TV. And then there's reality TV, which this is that. There is no staging. There is no reshooting. There is whatever you see here. So my brother calling and wanting to go through every moment of whatever, well, that was on him. He knew we were live, and he still just decided that was his best route. Is my brother okay? Dude, if I spent every day of my life wondering or worrying if my brother was okay, I would have, less hair and like multiple grays. Like I would be Gandalf. I would just have white hairs everywhere because like that fool is the epitome of stress. So I don't even worry about it, dog. I let him do him, and then we just, if ever he needs me, he can call me. That was a bite, but holy shit. Well, I guess it was a bite. You guys see those Neo reflexes right there? It was a bite, and it was just kind of swimming with me. Ah, he went the route of, all right, Kimmy can't kill me in front of all these fools. So moderator, you're probably right. He said, Kimmy will be mad, but she won't be mad enough to kill me. At least I don't think. I don't know. Again, I haven't checked up on him. Dead Rabbit is correct. I would have ulcers and all kinds of stuff if I worried about my brother. Because that guy is... His choices alone are ridiculous. So in case you guys didn't see it, the Guntersville shirts are now available at semperfish.net. All right, I'm drifting this way. Right now I'm throwing a Nico rig, guys. This area has grass. These guys are chasing bait over here. They're trying to trick me. They're trying to trick me. They're trying to distract me. Stay focused. Oh, Krill already ordered one. That's what's up. Gracias, Krill. But back to Dead Rabbit. Dead Rabbit, you are the Tino dad of your family? Shh, bro, this explains a lot, dog. When I read some of your comments, I'm like, okay. That's very interesting. Sounds eerily familiar, but that's very interesting. There's some eelgrass on the top, guys. As long as I'm throwing something on the bottom, it's not really a big deal. I don't know if that'll get the fish moving, dog, but it's gonna get me moving, that's for sure. Temps like that, bro, I'm gonna have the time of my life. We'll do a quick little circle. We've just been going around this hump right here. Then we're gonna go back to this, there's this like point that comes out like that. We'll go back to that and focus on that. But it's like a whole nother world when you got maps up here. Remember, guys, we are in search of that 6-pounder, bros. A 6-pounder pays out $125 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. Blah, 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 blah. We put out bounties on these fish, homies. That's just the Guntersville way. Put the bounty out there. Raise the bar. It is July 30th. It is Wednesday, July 30th. It is hump day, hump day, hump day. So, more than likely, we'll fish some humps. Two days left in July in order to catch that 6-pounder. If we do not catch that 6-pounder, then that rolls over to August. And in August, the first BBL plus. Now that is the first 4 pounds or bigger fish we catch will be the fish that pays out the $125 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. The winner gets to choose. We won't force you to pick either one. You can pick whichever one you want, guys. It's a little breezy right here. Let's see if we can not have eelgrass right here, and then we will see what's up. I'm gonna have to frickin', I gotta change this bait. I gotta change this bait. Right now I got Don's chatterbait on. But I wanna throw Papa Jizzy. We are in 14 feet of water. The heck is going on behind me? Rehab 4 times. Well, Dead Rabbit, as long as you're still trying, dog. All right. A little bit of floating eelgrass, not a lot. So we'll try and line this up. We're in 14 feet of water. We're throwing a 6XD. Oh, all right, so Dead Rabbit's good-ish. Dead Rabbit is good-ish. Dang, bro. That felt excellent right there. Whatever I was cruising through right there, it was just like a freaking, like I was hitting Rock Central. Oh, okay, you guys just want to be right here. Water clarity, pretty clear. Dead Rabbit, I feel like if I could get my brother to do no alcohol, that bro would be, he'd be champion status, but let's just say there's a pattern of alcohol consumption in my culture. So that one's a little harder to rectify, bro. Is a thermocline anything I ever deal with? I'm gonna say no, Dead Rabbit. I mean, Steve. I'm gonna say no personally. Because I'm either fishing really shallow or extremely deep. So my assumption is the thermocline is somewhere in between really shallow and really deep. And if that's the case, then usually I am nowhere near that thermocline. Moon said his Hefe had a liver transplant. Well, Moon, it runs, I mean, it's pretty prevalent drinking in the culture, dog, in our culture, so. So dudes, that brings up the crazy, and let's hope that I never have to see it, right? But that brings up the crazy ethical question, guys. And I'll pose it to you guys. So let's just say there's a gentleman, maybe, I don't know, maybe his name is, we'll just say, for the record, I mean, you know, just we're making up names here. Let's just say that gentleman's name is Latin Assassin, right? So if this gentleman named Latin Assassin, Kimmy comes in, yo, 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 I feel like that's my brother. Is that you, Kimmy? Or is he gonna act like he's you and then he's gonna say, oh, I have forgiven Tino. And then everybody's gonna be like, whoa, Kimmy, you forgave him? And he's like, yeah, Way, I forgave him, Way. Even though that would blow his cover and whatnot. I don't know. Is that really Kimmy? I knew it. He tried to catfish us. I knew it. I knew it. He tried to catfish us, guys. But my catfish senses are strong. That's why another certain individual has a hard time coming through and not getting bzz on the dome. You know what I'm saying? That individual comes in and is getting all crazy and is all bzz, domed. Ah, okay, all right. All right, so we have established Team Kimmy. But now, let's go back to the, and feel free to chime in anytime you want, Kimmy, about anything you want. But let's go back to this question that I posed to the... Hey, thanks, bro. I went to a barber, you know what I'm saying? Get all fresh and clean for you guys. But let's pose this question here, guys. So let's say this individual, and for the lack of creativity, we will call him the Latin assassin. We'll just go with that, right? So let's just say there's an individual named the Latin assassin. And he has a brother or two, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then one of those brothers comes up with like, and we hope this never happens, but what if one of those brothers comes up with like liver failure, right? Because of extreme alcohol consumption. Now, here's the, dang, I missed one. Here's the, okay, that time I got him. Here's the dilemma we have. I think I got him. Maybe not. The dilemma that we have here. An assassin is an individual who has never drank. So if this individual has never drank, that means his liver is probably somewhat pristine, because this guy doesn't drink, he doesn't do crazy stuff. He just exists, right? And he fishes. Well, let's just assume he fishes. I don't know. He's probably a man, so he fishes and whatnot. But, so, here we go, guys. This is our fish to continue our streak, our consecutive streak of non-zeros. We are at 30 times 2 plus 20 some days of consecutive fishing and consecutive non-zeros. So thank the good Lord for this fish. That way our non-zero streak continues. So we will continue. So let's just say the Latin assassin doesn't drink, doesn't do anything crazy. So his liver is pristine, or as close to pristine as it can get, being, you know, whatever age his liver is. Now, what does, if the Latin assassin's brother had liver failure, and at that point in time, they said, I mean, because you know the family is going to come for him, and they're going to say, hey, bro, you got a healthy liver. Want to help out your brother? Now, what does the Latin assassin do? Because, now, don't get me wrong. I assume the Latin assassin has a deep regard for his brothers. You know what I'm saying? He's all like, man, I love those fools. And I do almost anything for love. But maybe I won't do that. So, it would be, they ask him, yo, bro, you have a perfectly healthy liver. Why don't you donate some of it to your brother? And then at that point in time, the Latin assassin is put in a dilemma, because he's like, well, okay, it's cool to save my brother's life, but there's a couple of issues here. These are Team Tino checking in. So there's a couple of issues here because this is not like my brothers woke up and they were all like, my liver, what happened? I just went to sleep and woke up. And my liver was all like, I don't want to wake up no more. So it's not like that. It's a situation where it was self-induced. So what does the Latin assassin do? Does he decrease his life expectancy, assuming that, we have some days ahead of us, because at any point in time, we do not know our last day. You know what I'm saying? Only the good Lord knows that. So does he lower his life expectancy when he has done everything according to the book? And does he sacrifice those years of life so that his brother can continue his life? But here's the kicker, guys. Will his brother, and let's just call the Latin assassin's brother, because we're making up people, right? Let's call him Pepino. So will Pepino stop drinking, or will Pepino see it and be all like, you know what? Psh, bro, I got a brand new piece of a liver. Let me continue drinking because I don't care. And then the Latin assassin just gave up those years of life so that in the years of life, he could see his liver being tortured in another body. You see what I'm saying? That is the dilemma, guys. How does one play that out? Because as we know, or we assume, the Latin assassin is a self-sacrificing kind of individual, but at some point in time, logic kicks in and he's like, wait, this don't make no sense. How did this vato do all the right stuff and this other vato gets to do all the dumb stuff and still get saved? So that is just a hypothetical that I throw out there, guys. Just throwing it to the crowd. Okay, I think it doesn't matter about one's own life after you bring children into the world. You have a responsibility that supersedes individual selfishness. And then Travis said, I'm Team Unlimited. What the heck? Oh, Travis wants to stock up the pantry on the boat. But yeah, guys, what does one do there? And now the chat goes silent as the conversation is too deep for a hump day. But guys, that one, that's a hard one, guys, because here's the thing. You will be forever, well, one would think, a pariah in your family, because your family will be all like, oh, well, you didn't save your brother. But your family was not all like, hey, brother, save yourself so that your brother doesn't have to sacrifice. You see what I'm saying? That's the oddity, the unknown I was like, wait, hold on a second. I'm the bad guy? Assuming that the Latin assassin did not choose to sacrifice a portion of his liver. You know what I'm saying, guys? Because how did the guy taking care of his body be the guy who's the bad guy? I don't understand that. Because there are sacrifices that, let's just say, the Latin assassin has done so that, let's just assume that the Latin assassin has, you know, a medical issue, you know, something that could be controlled, like, I don't know, let's just say gout. And so the Latin assassin saw that he was overindulging in certain things that would trigger that gout. So then he said, I shall make the sacrifice to not have to deal with that anymore, even though he would like to indulge in those things. He'd be like, you know what's good right now? Probably this or that. But he doesn't, because he understands the long-term goal. And especially taxing on the body, operation like cutting off your liver, you're saying that in no way lowers your life expectancy. That your body's all like, oh yeah, charge it to the game, dog. We just lost half our liver or a portion of our liver, but we good. We're still gonna chug along. You know, we're not gonna let it affect us. It's mind over matter. If we don't mind that our liver was taken out, well, it don't matter. I don't know about that, bro. I do not know about that. That sounds a little bit iffy right there. Oh, this is all hypothetical, Tom. This is all hypothetical. That's why we said we made up an individual named Latin Assassin. We don't know this guy. He not exist. We don't know. And if, well, it's like when they put in the movie, any like and blah, blah, blah are strictly coincidental. So that's basically what we did, dog. The Latin assassin has brothers, who knows? Steve, I understand that the liver can regenerate, but the question is, the statement that I'm making is that that's taxing on the body. So every traumatizing event on your body, it doesn't make you better. It affects your body and, you know, the way it behaves for that moment. And now it has to regenerate a liver, which, I mean, I'm no microbiologist, but making a new liver, it sounds like a bit of an ordeal. But we are also not looking at the ethical dilemma here, guys, because here's the other portion of this ethical dilemma. Once the liver leaves the Latin assassin's body, it is no longer his, let's say. But if he watches his hypothetical brother named, and this is all hypothetical, named Pepino, not learn his lesson and then continue to consume alcohol, how does he not just punch him in the face? You know what I'm saying? Like, so there might be a lowered life expectancy there, Steve, because he's gonna go punch Pepino in the face for drinking after he went through all of that to donate the liver. So he would go punch him in the face, and it wouldn't be a nice one, dog. It wouldn't be like, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? One of those on the chin, like, hey, how you doing? No, those like, boom, straight to the ground, and then cops show up, and they're all like, what happened? He's killing my liver. Then the cops are confused because they're all like, what? How is he killing your liver? I'd be like, look, officer, I don't got time to explain. Just take me to jail. Let me do my time. Let me join La Onda. And now I'm in La Onda, Steve. And you might not know what La Onda is, but La Onda is blood in, blood out. So potentially I have lowered my life expectancy, dog, because now I'm part of La Onda because, and I'm speaking as Latin assassin, right? Now I'm part of La Onda because my brother was drinking after I donated my liver. You see what I'm saying, dog? These are probably all the details that they leave out in these studies where they're all like, oh, there's no real correlation to a shorter life expectancy when you donate an organ or you do this or that. And be like, well, did we take the La Onda factor into account? Because if we didn't, well then that's not good science right there, bro. Stress on the body. Okay, well, all right, Steve. Then if we're saying stress on the body, because yes, stress on the body as in microscopic tears to your muscles, okay, that's different because, I mean, that's what the body was intended to do. The body was not intended to donate livers. So, I mean, if we're following and we're going to some extreme, then I'm gonna say, okay, my body needs some stress. Let me just take a bullet wound through this oblique right here and make sure I miss all vital organs, but there's gonna be a little stress in that area and the body will heal and it'll be better. You see what I'm saying, dog? Like it's a fine line right there. Stress through things like fasting or exercise or things like that, okay, cool. Yeah, the body is better for it. But stress through, yo, dog, I took 5 shots couldn't drop me. I took it and smiled. I don't think Pac was healthier because he took 5 bullets and lived. Because I tell you, when he took, I believe, 4 more later on, it didn't make him healthier. It actually lowered his life expectancy. I don't know, bro. That's why I said this was a choice with a lot of ethical dilemmas, bros. Because what does one do? There are multiple sides to this. Now, let's just say that the last or pirata or whatever you want to call it, right? Let's just say that he had a firme ruca and and now he has to take that into account and be like, well, hold on. This firme ruca did not sign up for this lowered life expectancy. She signed up for a guy with a full liver because she knows that this guy doesn't drink or do drugs or anything like that. So now she's all like, yo, I think I just got shortchanged. I got shortchanged because now this guy, he's got this hideous scar on him. Oh, I knew it. I knew I was signing up for the wrong thing. Dude, that's why I said the Latin assassin is a fictional character that we may or may not know. I'm just saying. Who knows? Who knows? Now, I wasn't discussing this so that we can get into Washalo. Could I do that with half a liver? I don't know. I don't know. And again, guys, this is just a hypothetical fictional situation. It's just Dead Rabbit was talking about oh no, Moon had said, you see, Moon, you do start all the battles. Moon was talking about his dad getting a liver transplant, and then that's when it got me on the hypothetical. So nothing is real right now, except for what Moon said. But like nothing is a real situation here. So hopefully your jefe lives a long time there, Moon. So, Kimmy, I was supposed to go see Mima, but her sister was gonna show up today. So I was just like, hey, well, I'll just go tomorrow. And then she said, well, she couldn't Thursday. So we set up a date for Friday. But Kimmy, I don't want to put salt on an old wound, which, I mean, it's fresh, I should say, because it barely happened. But I don't want to put salt on a fresh wound. But that only took some text messaging between me and Mima, no one else. I didn't have to go through a secretary. I didn't have to go through any other means of communication. I just texted Mima. So, but also for the record, because we keep it real, Tino was the avenue for me to get Mima's number. So it's not like I just magically went like Johnny Carson and said, this number, this number, this number, this number, this number, this number, blah, blah, blah. Then he opened it up and is like, what is Mima's phone number? No, I didn't do a Johnny Carson thing. I just, you know, got the number provided to me and did what I had to do to schedule that appointment. No. Though, just so you know, I told the moderator last night, I was like, she's like, you gonna go fishing early in the morning? I said, nah, I think I'm gonna try and go visit Mima. And then, because the moderator is extremely funny, she said, well, shouldn't you be video chatting right now for however many hours through the night and whatever? I was like, good point. I should be video chatting right now. So that was extremely funny when she said it. We laughed. It was a good time. And also, she would like me to correct the record because at some point in time, I did say my brother's inability to make the right choice, but she said that left room for some to believe that he was, like, for some reason not capable of making that choice, but he has the capability. He just refuses to make the right choice. So it's not his inability like he's handicapped. And he's all like, oh, I can't make good choices. That's my handicap. No. It was, the refusal. The refusal, not the inability, but the refusal. So I was corrected, and I was asked to correct the record. But Colin, just know that I'm on the hunt for you, dog. I'm on the hunt for you, not to hunt you, dog, but I'm on the hunt for the information that you requested so that you could Mary Poppins this situation. This is not big, guys. This is not the 6-pounder we are after, I can assure you that. This is nowhere near the 6-pounder that we're after. Caught him on a shaky head mag dizzy. Ah, I saw that osprey. I should have held it up for him and be like, osprey, there's another one. Ah. Next one, I'll hold up for the osprey. Fishing with Tito, what's up? What's happening, dog? Just out here chilling. I mean, not literally chilling, dog. It's hot, but somewhat chilling. Not literally chilling. So I'm gonna have to put my sun covers on. The sun has popped out. So I can feel rock or some kind of hard bottom down there. I'm just running it through that hard bottom. Remember, guys, if I catch a 6-pounder in the next 2 days, we will be giving away a $100 bass or tackle warehouse gift. If not accomplished, then the first 4-pound fish or above that is caught in, that's when we'll pay out the $125 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. It will be to someone in the live. Well, you have to type in the comment that we during that. How many have I caught? I don't know, maybe 2. Maybe 2, bro. Maybe. I believe it to be 2. Yo, what up, Jason? What's happening? Let's hood up. There's a bite. Oh. Whoop, what was that? I believe we have a little dead catfish right here. Yep, that's a dead catfish. He was tiny. That guy might not be, but this is not the 6-pounder. This could potentially, it's still a little little Juan right here. Not the 6-pounder, guys, but a little Juan. This is just a little Juan. Guachalo, puro little Juan right now. We are catching him on a shaky head mag dizzy. On a 1/4 ounce jig head. There's some hard bottom right there, and we're just running it through there. That seems to be a staple in your diet there, Jason, a Four Loko. I believe the last time we saw you. Big Drum, what's up, dog? Big Drum is testing my reflexes. He's like, dog, I'm gonna nibble your bait. If you cannot set the hook, you're a loser. GM, what did you miss? Big Drum's back in the house. That's what you missed. We ain't seen Big Drum in a while. I mean, we ain't complaining. I'm talking about on the water, dog. I don't mean in the chat, dog. In the chat, you're always welcome, player. On the water, pues, not so much. We don't want to see him. So, GM, what you also missed, dog, is that the Guntersville shirt is live and ready to be ordered at semperfish.net. It's in the community post, bro, if you want to check it out. Guntersville. Dang, dudes, I should have asked Kimmy what she thought that the Latin assassin should do. Ah, that makes sense, bro. Big Drum was in school. I'm assuming he just chills in school most of the time. There is a little bit of current, guys, because I start my cast off over there and then it's just starting to cruise off in this direction. So to compensate for that, I'll cast a little bit more to the right. If you guys can see that tree, on top of that tree, there's a nest and there's a little forked out branch. There's an osprey on there right now. I believe he has a fish that he's holding. And then there's some other bird on the other tree. Might be an osprey. Might also have some food. Let's see if we can get a closer look at this osprey. I'm not a bird watcher, moderator. Excellent. I had to hold my breath right there, guys. To get the best shot, you got to hold your breath. Creel said all your bills are tiny. He'll trade you guys. Creel might even do a 2-for-1. He'll take 2 of your bills and you could have his bill. Now, where do we want to go, guys? We got maps, so we can look around. I went in there, I didn't find anything. Okay, so just a little understanding here, guys. Off to the right is the channel. I mean, it's still a little bit away, but there's a channel. Fluke Daddy, what's happening? All right, guys, we'll have to figure out how we want to approach this. The channel is behind us. We could go. Oh, actually, I wanted to take. I remember what my game plan was. I wanted to take the Jizzies to this area over there. I forgot about that. All right, guys, we will be taking the Jizzies on tour. But first, I felt some more rock over here, so let's work this area just a little bit. It felt very nice, whatever I was feeling right there. Now, just because it feels nice don't mean that it's going to produce, but it did feel nice. Is this an island? I believe it is, dog. It is an island. Now, don't you say I'm an island boy, bro. It is an island. I am a man, not a boy. So I cannot be an island boy. So just FYI, bro. Let us not get that mistaken here, or people start assuming that I'm an island boy, because I am not. It feels extremely nice right there, bros. I am bumping rocks that, bros, it's good stuff down there. It was feeling kind of like it did over here where we caught those 2 or whatever. Is it BBL Island? I don't know. I gotta get a little hydrated, guys. That one was like right here, guys. I threw it out there and dragged it back. So maybe I'm on them right now. Maybe I am on them a little too high or a little too close. I will have to do a surgery, guys. So I will have to turn you guys away. This fish will live. The surgery will be hopefully quick. Now, hopefully, according to Steve, this trauma should allow for this fish to be better, stronger, healthier. Remember, moderator, I need to sharpen my operating tools, let's call them. Okay. Hey, I need your cooperation, patient. We're almost done, guys. And we are done. This guy, he senses that he's free, but not yet, you idiot. I gotta get that jig out of there, bro. All right. Here we go. Fish is free. Just give him a little straight down. Boom. Like a champ. Check for abrasions. Why? I don't know, because it wouldn't have changed what we were going to do anyway if we had abrasions. Well, now that was cool. So now I threw sort of parallel to this little drop right here. We're going to see what exactly we get right here. We're going to be fighting the current. The current's going to pull us that way, but we're good with that. It'll let us keep in contact with our bait.
we're throwing a 1/4 ounce shaky head with a Mag Dizzy worm on there, a Bizbait Mag Dizzy in green pumpkin magic. Now, that worm right there is the go-to worm. I'll shaky head it, I'll Nico it. I mean, it's on, if I had my Texas rig tied on, which I still don't, it would have been on 3 different rigs. It would have been Nico'd, it would have been shaky headed, and it would have been Texas rigged. Do we believe in that worm? Maybe. If we're rocking it 3 times, same color, maybe we believe in it. You know what I should throw is a jig right here. I'll throw a jig right here. This is the black and red jig. We'll see if we can get something to bite. We didn't get something to bite on that black and red jig yesterday. Got a hydro load. Because it gets hot out here, guys. We are in 10 feet of water. What's the time? What's the time? 5:30. We'll go over to these areas where we believe that Izzy's jig should work, but we will see. What do I think of Sydney Sweeney? Well, I've never met her, so I couldn't tell you about her personality or her morals or ethics. So from that perspective, I don't think anything about her. Now, I may have seen her visually, but there is something that is, so in my opinion, being as how I am a man with eyes, well, functional eyes, she's cool, but to me, I believe she lacks a balance in life. She has an overabundance, but yet a lack thereof. So, I mean, if you're following, then you know. So there is no balance. It's mainly located located in areas of her physical being. So, in case you were wondering, Snozook, if that was your question, I can only tell you that there is not a balance. Well, I mean, I prefer a balance in life, Snozook. I mean, it doesn't have to be an overabundance in any area. It just needs to be a balance in one's physical form. That would be like somebody who lifts upper body only and skips leg day. Well then, you know, it's like, well, hold on. What's going on here, bro? There's an imbalance. Now, you guys might say, well, we've seen your white chicken legs. And I'll be like, well, hold on, guys, because my white chicken legs, they're not really chicken legs. They're more like ostrich legs because they're skinny. But have you seen me gallop, dog? I gallop like an ostrich. So there's the functionality there. Because I'm sure that my legs would be a lot more stout if they needed to carry all kinds of weight. But since they don't, they're just like, whatever, dog. We're going to grow as much as we need to in order to get us where we need to be. But yeah, bro, I prefer balance. And in the visual scan of this physical being, yeah, I don't see the balance. Well, bro, so nobody has taken anything away from this person's attractiveness. It was just asked, hey, what do you think? So I approach every aspect with balance. You need balance, bro. One cast up here, guys, and then we are cruising. We are going to move to this other area where we're going to see if the jizzies can do their thing. Well, Snozook, if I was into frivolously throwing away my money, then I might look into that. But since I am not, then, and here's the thing, dog, like, let's think about this. Let us think about this. I am trying to take, well, I don't take baths, but whatever form of cleaning I choose, be it a bath, a shower, a sponge bath, or whatever it is, bro. Whatever my choice is, why would I utilize soap with somebody's dirty bath water? But that don't make any sense to me. And sadly, you guys missed that fish jump. Why would I do that? Why would I utilize somebody's dirty bathwater? How am I going to get clean? I'm going to have to wash off her filth and my filth. Now, that don't make any sense, bro. I'm a man of logic and reason. And it stands to reason that using dirty bathwater would not clean me. So because of that, this is a no-go, this plan. This, again, right here, guys, is a little Juan. Here on the Rodcast, we search for BBLs, not little Juans. Not little Juans. And that's what this is. This fish is less than 3 pounds. So all it gets is an orale. Now, it did sort of mess up my Mag Dizzy. Look at this. Look at this Mag Dizzy, guys. It is in pieces. Look at that. How that's staying together, I don't know. How is that staying on the screw? I don't know. But we don't ask those questions. We're not paid to ask those questions. We're not paid to ask anything. So we just throw it back out there. It's in that rocky area, dudes. They just kind of are chilling there, and then I just pop it out of there. So Creel says he doesn't think that cleanliness is the point there. So then why am I buying the soap? Why don't I just buy a bottle of her bath water? That would make more sense so I could do whatever I wanted with it. But if you're selling it to me as soap, then it better have some kind of cleanliness function. If it don't label it soap, if it don't clean. If it brings no cleanliness, why would you call it soap? The only thing that I know that doesn't bring any cleanliness that's called soap is a soap opera. That brings no cleanliness. What other things named soap don't bring cleanliness? Dude, call her. I would like to discuss with her the rationales behind why she's selling soap that doesn't soap. All we have thrown right now, guys, is this beat up Mag Dizzy. In fact, he's looking too beat up. We're gonna have to chop him a little bit and then make him a mid dizzy. Once I feel the rocks, guys, I just let them sit there for a little bit, while as long as the current will let them chill in there. Snizook, I thought like Irish Spring was like good for keeping away bugs. Oh, so now we just had an influx of the amount of people who have Googled Miss Sweeney. I mean, I'm absolutely certain that the amount of people watching this who Googled her did not put a dent in the amount of people who have Googled her in the recent past. But I'm just saying, there was a little spike. Snizook probably Googled her 4 or 5 times. All right, guys, we cut off a piece of that worm, and now we have ourselves a better presentation. Still torn, but a little better. Refill time. That's gonna be 8 locals, bro. This guy's gonna refill 8 locals. Jason's gonna be 8 locals in. Ocho locos. Colin, how did I miss that one? Ocho locos. Dude, I haven't heard Four Locos since I instituted the no drinking rule for my brother on the boat. Now I don't hear about Four Locos anymore. I hear thunder, but it's off in the distance somewhere. I'm echolocating. It might be back there. I see clouds forming over there. But thankfully, guys, we have continued our non-zero streak. 80 times 2 plus 20 odd days of consecutive fishing. One more cast over here, guys, and then we will move. I'm gonna try and make it a little further right, and then we will just move, dog. All right, so Mike is saying that the thunder is over there in Huntsville. That looks like the direction that it would be coming from. I don't think it's gonna head in this direction, bro. I'm concerned about this over here. Whatever is in Huntsville, I don't think it's coming this way. It's this up here. That's the part that's got me with my eyes peeled. All right, guys, I know I said one more cast in that direction, but let me cast over here in the slightly deeper. Well, that's a little bit too deep, but whatever. We'll fish it anyway. Well, bro, I've speculated many times that my brother refuses to come on the boat because his buddies, the locals, are not allowed on the boat. So, I mean, you probably hit the nail on the head. He's all like, oh, my homies can't come on the boat? Well, if the locals can't come on the boat, then I don't want to go on the boat either. It's vatos locos forever. I think that's the case right there, bro. This will be the last cast, and then we're rolling. Let's roll. Feels so good to have maps in the front. Is there an emoji battle going on? Apparently I was in top messages, so I don't know what I missed. Let's go take a look in here, guys. This was not part of the game plan, but let's just take a look in here and see what we see. Oh, GM just trumped everybody. Everybody was tossing emojis and he threw in a, that's not a super chat. That is a super something. Gotta support the Guntersvilleans. I appreciate that, GM. GM got 5 on it. Fishing with Silver and me. GM got 5 on it. Grab your